COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. I mean, think about it. More lives this year than any other year for the past 100 years.
What's up, Patriots?
Hello, Patriots, Anons, and digital soldiers.
This is Carrie.
This is Joel.
And we are the Quiet Boys.
Of Truth.
Well, we've been gone for a few days, guys.
Yeah, we took a bit of a hiatus there, guys.
Yeah, we've had quite the busy schedule, so unfortunately we haven't been able to do a show for a few days, and we really missed you guys.
Yes, we did.
So, shout out to our subscribers.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your
guys are
support.
number one.
We're so glad you're here with us on this crazy journey that we're all on.
Absolutely.
All right, how'd you like that, Joe Biden at the
It's
beginning?
killed more people this year than in the past 100 years, COVID-19 has.
Just since the
apparently.
outbreak.
Yeah.
It's taken more than 100 years.
You know the thing?
Oh, Joe. Oh, my goodness.
He finally crawled out of his basement.
How are the polls even showing? Like, have you guys seen on the mainstream media the polls are showing that he's ahead of Trump in all these? Like,
Man.
they are so making all of this up. They're just pulling it out of, thin air.
Yeah, but we wanted to show you this. This was tweeted out by Mel Q at Little Mel and retweeted by none other than our president. So,
Very interesting.
she says this. This week, the CDC quietly updated the COVID number to admit that only 6% of all the 153,504 deaths recorded actually died from COVID. That's 9,210 deaths.
Guys. 6% of the recorded deaths.
6%.
The other 94% had 2 to 3 other serious illnesses, and the overwhelming majority were of very advanced age.
You know what's funny to me?
This is exactly what we knew.
Yeah. It's funny how they did it quietly because they thought they were going to sneak it under the radar. Like, oh no, it's always been that way.
Oh, we'll just do it in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
No one will know.
Come on. Did they really think we wouldn't notice that? I mean...
Yeah, right. Wow. This is...
very interesting.
Anyone who's still willing to wear a mask after they have this information available to them, which I guess most people don't have this information available to them, right?
Sadly.
So guys, please share this with please share this information
with
people. They're playing us, y'all. But we've already known that for a long time. So.
Yeah. But that's not what this episode is about. We just wanted to throw this out there because it is very, very interesting, and I think people need to know.
It's very important, yeah.
So, let's get into it. This is what we wanted to do our show about, Patriots. So, this tweet was put out by Anonymous, at Anonymous, and not lying when they say it's a mega thread. It's about the Rothschild family history, and we found this to be very, very interesting indeed.
So these guys did some brilliant research, and they have so graciously allowed us to present this information to you.
Yeah.
So this is just amazingly well done, and shout out to Anonymous.
Okay.
All right. The thread will include all major events that have involved the family from 1743 to present day, from the creation of the Illuminati, central banks, wars, and more. So hats off, man. Like, hat tip to these guys for finding this information, because it's hard to find.
Prologue. The Rothschild family is the richest family in the world. They control somewhere in the area of 550 trillion US dollars, which is roughly half of the money in the world's circulation.
Woo, that's a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
The Rothschilds claim that they are Jewish. That's the story we've all heard, right? When in fact they are Khazars. They are from a country called Khazaria, which occupied the land locked between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. These people eventually became the Ashkenazis of Israel. That's fascinating.
This is even more fascinating. The book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9 states, I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
You think that's what the Rothschilds are doing, huh? Because I do.
That's straight out of Revelation.
That's straight out of Revelation.
Saying they're Jewish and they're not?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's straight.
Yep.
Dang.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
Satan. The most wealthy bloodline in the world and the leader of the Ashkenazis are the Rothschild family.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this pyramid here. At the bottom is Committee of 300, world's richest, most powerful subfamilies. Above that is the Crown Council of 13, the world's richest, most powerful families. And then above that, we have the world monarch. And then, of course, our all-seeing eye at the top of this pyramid.
Mm-hmm. The Rothschilds have obtained this position through lies, manipulation, and murder. Their bloodline also extends into the royal families of Europe and many other powerful families. They would change their name in order for them to appear local to a certain region. Look at that. Look at those names. Rothschilds, Van
Kennedy.
Dyne, Rockefeller, Onassis, Russell, Freeman, Reynolds, Bundy, Lee, Kennedy, DuPont, Astor, Collins.
It's interesting that Onassis and Kennedy are both on there. 1. The creation of the Illuminati, 1743. Meyer Amschel Bauer, an Ashkenazi, is born in Frankfurt, Germany, the son of Moses Amschel Bauer, a moneylender and the proprietor of a counting house.
Moses Amschel Bauer places a red sign above the entrance door to his counting house. This sign is a red hexagram which geometrically and numerically translates into the number 666, which under Rothschild's instructions will end up on the Israeli flag some 2 centuries later.
1760, following his father's death, Bauer returns to Frankfurt to take over his father's business. Bauer recognizes the significance of the red hexagram and changes his name from Bauer to Rothschild. So it says Roth is German for red, child is German for sign.
But
I've
also
always heard
for
it as
shield.
Yeah, I've heard it as red shield.
Yeah.
That's the most common
Red sign,
interpretation.
red shield,
but
yeah.
yeah, red sign, red shield, same thing.
Which is weird. Look at that. Red sign, red shield. Moses becomes close associates with Prince William IX of Hesse-Hanau, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but whatever. We're
that's
going to
right.
keep rolling. And ends up doing business with him. He soon discovers that loaning money to governments is more profitable than loaning to individuals, as the
course.
loans are bigger and are secured by the nation's taxes.
1770. Meyer Amschel Rothschild draws up plans for the creation of the Illuminati and entrusts Ashkenazi Adam Weishaupt with its organization and development. It was to be called the Illuminati as this is a Luciferian term, which means keepers of the light.
1776, Adam Weishaupt officially completes his organization of the Illuminati on May 1st of this year. The purpose of the Illuminati is to divide the Goyim through political, economic, social, and religious means.
Wow. Weishaupt soon infiltrates the Continental Order of Freemasons with his Illuminati doctrine and establishes lodges of the Grand Orient to be their secret headquarters. The concept has spread and is followed within Masonic lodges worldwide to the present day.
Freemasons were formed in 1717. So from 1717 to 1760, it was a peaceful organization with no Illuminati influence. Many founding fathers were part of this group.
Weishaupt recruits 2,000 paid followers, including the most intelligent men in the field of arts and letters, education, science, finance, and industry. They were instructed to follow the following methods in order to control people.
1. Use monetary and sex bribery to obtain control of men already in high places.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
2. The faculties of colleges and universities were to cultivate students possessing exceptional mental ability and recommend them for special training in internationalism.
3. All influential people were to be used as agents and placed behind the scenes of all governments as experts and specialists.
4. To obtain absolute control of the press.
Sounds like what's
wow.
still going on, huh? 2. The French Revolution, 1784. Adam Weishaupt issues his order for the French Revolution to be started by Maximilien Robespierre in book form. This book was written by one of Weishaupt's associates, Xavier Zwack, and sent by courier from Frankfurt to Paris.
I always thought it was Robespierre.
Well, I call him Robespierre.
However, en route there, the courier is struck by lightning, the book detailing this plan discovered by the police and handed over to the Bavarian authorities.
1786, the Bavarian government published the details of the Illuminati plot in a document entitled The Original Writings of the Order and Sect of the Illuminati. They then send this document to all the leaders of Europe, but sadly their warning is ignored.
1789, due to the European ignorance of the Bavarian government's warning, the Illuminati's plan for a French revolution succeeded from this year to 1793. This revolution was a banker's dream. It established a new constitution and passed laws that limited Roman Church taxes.
1790, Mayor Amschel Rothschild states, "Let me issue and control a nation's money, and I care not who writes the laws."
We've heard that. 1791, the Rothschilds get control of a nation's money through Alexander Hamilton, their agent in George Washington's cabinet, when they set up a central bank in the USA called the First Bank of the United States. This is established with a 20-year charter.
1798, John Robison publishes a book entitled Proofs of a Conspiracy Against All the Religions and Governments of Europe Carried On in the Secret Meetings of Freemasons, Illuminati, and Reading Societies.
In this book, Professor Robison of the University of Edinburgh, one of the leading intellects of his time, who in 1783 was elected General Secretary of the Royal Society of Edinburgh, gave details of the whole Rothschild Illuminati plot.
At the age of 21, Nathan Mayer Rothschild leaves Frankfurt for England, where, with a large sum of money given to him by his father, he sets up a banking house in London.
1806, Napoleon states that it is his object to remove the House of Hesse-Kassel from rulership and to strike it out of the list of powers. On hearing this, Prince William IX of Hesse-Hanau entrusts his fortune, valued at $3 million, to Mayer Amschel Rothschild.
1810, Sir Francis Baring and Abraham Goldsmith die. This leaves Nathan Mayer Rothschild as the remaining major banker in England. Salomon Mayer Rothschild goes to Vienna, Austria, and sets up the bank Im von Rothschild und Sohn.
1812, backed by Rothschild money and Nathan Mayer Rothschild's orders, the British declare war on the United States. The Rothschilds' plan was to cause the United States to build up such a debt in fighting this war that they would have to surrender to the Rothschilds.
Mayer Amschel Rothschild dies. In his will, he lays out specific laws that the House of Rothschild were to follow. 1. Only males will enter the business. 2. Intermarry to preserve fortune. 3. The eldest son of the eldest son was to become the head of the family.
I'm sorry, but ick.
Yeah.
Intermarrying.
Gross.
Ew.
Nasty,
Gross.
nasty.
These people marry their own nieces and nephews and
Yep.
cousins and probably brothers and sisters. Ugh. 1815, the 5 Rothschild brothers worked to supply gold to both Wellington's army through Nathan in England and Napoleon's army through Jacob in France. The Rothschilds love wars because they are massive generators of risk-free debt.
Wow. That was the whole thread,
Holy.
guys. That's
Oh
insane.
my gosh.
But it makes a lot of sense.
So these guys need to make a documentary about this, you know, that would be amazing. So whoever put this thread together, you are a brilliant researcher,
Yes.
and thank you for this information.
Yeah, that was quite a thread. When I read it, I was like, wow, we have to try
We
to
need
get
to
this on the
share
show.
this. It's so good.
Yeah. Very well put
So
together.
crazy. Oh
But,
my gosh. But it
And
it
there's
puts a lot of
so
things
much
in
more.
perspective,
Oh,
right?
man. Yeah.
It makes
yeah.
a lot of things that didn't make sense prior to looking at this makes sense now.
Kind of, yeah, just clicks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very
Not
much
everything,
so.
because some things just I don't think will ever make sense, but
Yeah,
it
true.
really does put
Very
a lot
true.
into perspective.
Yeah, so that is going to do it for this episode, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So if, guys, we really appreciate you being here with us, all of you guys. We love you guys so much. Thank you for bearing with us. And you guys, we did open up a Teespring account. We've got our Gold Q collection on there. You can go check it out. We'll leave the link down in the description. Yeah, go check it out.
Yeah, and we are looking for some new designs to put out. Probably some patriotic ones. That's what I'm thinking we should do next. So
Absolutely.
we'll let you know when those are out.
Yeah. If you do happen to be new here, if you just kind of stumbled across our channel or what have you, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and toggle that little notification bell so you're notified when we put out new videos if you are enjoying our content. And as always, Patriots and Ons and digital soldiers, please do not forget, where we go on.
We go all. Love you, Patriots.
Good night.
Good night. God bless.